I'm Christina Roggatz. I'm a scientist at the University of Hull's Energy and Environment Institute, and I work closely with the team of the Deep to bring our latest research straight to you in the exhibit. Unfortunately, you can't come and visit us at the moment, so we decided to bring the latest exhibit, The Changing Seas, directly to you. In this video, we share some really interesting facts and the background knowledge about the exhibit, and we explain you what ocean acidification actually is. When we hear about climate change, it often is about increasing temperatures. A warmer temperature is something we can feel, but there is another effect going on that's hidden underneath the waves. The exhaust fumes of our factories, planes and cars all contain carbon dioxide, or CO2 in short. That's a gas which first goes into the atmosphere and then it enters into our oceans, where it reacts with the water molecules to form carbonic acid, H2CO3. The carbonic acid then actually falls into pieces, and one of these pieces is a proton, that's the H+. Now these protons make the water more acidic, that's why it's called ocean acidification. It lowers the pH of the water. So let's have a look what pH actually is. pH is a number on a scale between 0 and 14. It tells us how many protons are in a solution. Solutions with a lot of protons have a low pH of 0 and are called acidic, while solutions with a high pH of 14 have very few protons. Water actually is neutral and has a pH of 7. Seawater has a slightly higher pH of around 8. For comparison, lemon juice has a pH of 3. And the pH in your stomach is very low at 1 to break down all the food. Cleaning products like oven cleaner have a very high pH, and baking soda in water gives you a pH of around 10 or 11. One step on the pH scale means 10 times the protons, so that's 10 times more acidic. Usually the pH in the open ocean is really stable at pH 8.1. But due to more and more CO2 in the atmosphere and the reaction of the CO2 with the water, more and more protons are formed and that causes the pH to go down. Scientists predict that by the year 2100, the pH will be about 7.7 if we don't change anything and continue to increase our CO2 production. This change might seem small with only 0.4 units, but remember that's 4 times as acidic as the ocean should be. And as it has been over the past 600,000 years. We are changing it a lot faster than any time before. This very quick acidification impacts all the organisms in our seas, the big ones and the very small ones. For small mussels and snails, ocean acidification makes it harder to build strong shells. It also weakens the skeletons of corals, so they grow slower. Fish were observed to be a bit more tired and have problems communicating. So with many small animals affected, the large animals like turtles and shark have trouble finding good quality food. And there is a more fundamental problem. Ocean acidification changes the messenger molecules animals like these use to smell their way around. Messenger molecules can be the signal for food, or can be very handy to find your mates or your family. You can also use them to detect a predator before it eats you, or to sniff out the best place to call home. For smelling, the smell molecules act a bit like a key into a suitable lock in your nose, so they fit perfectly. But with ocean acidification, we lower the pH. That means we change the charge and the shape of the molecule. That means it no longer actually fits its lock. The animals go basically nose blind. Now that means they can't find their food as well or not care for their babies. For them, not smelling is more or less the same as for us not being able to see. Ocean acidification also impacts other molecules, like the toxin of the pufferfish. This toxin becomes more powerful in the future and protects the puffer better. That's really happy times for the pufferfish, but it's not so good news for all the other animals that need to eat it. Climate change and ocean acidification change the finely tuned balance in our ecosystems, but we don't know yet how this is going to work out in the future. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to learn a bit more about ocean acidification and pH, you can make your own ocean acidification in a water glass. Head over to the website to search for our activity guide for some experiments at home. We also have a nice infographic summarizing all the facts you heard today. Thank you very much, and we hope to see you soon.